Things are happening quick, guys. The plan that we have heard about for so long is definitely in full swing. Today, we are talking once again about alien disclosure. If you haven't seen my video on naval intelligence and alien disclosure, you probably will want to review it to understand the complexity and immensity of the alien disclosure program that has been underway with the guidance of the Galactic Federation for decades. I will link the video in both the description and at the end of this video. So today, I have really big news, and it comes once again from the secret space program whistleblower known only as JP. Contact is stepping up in a couple of ways. The extraterrestrials will be revealing themselves to millions with increased spacecraft sightings, so you will want to be more aware of the sky both day and night. Secondly, certain people who are ready will begin to receive direct contact, specifically from extraterrestrials entities, and they will be Nordics, which look very much like us, only quite fair in skin color. I will also link a video on the Nordics in the description. I will be explaining how these encounters will occur and what to do if you are contacted. Don't forget to share this video in the spirit of disclosure. Subscribe to my channel and become a member of our very active community for ongoing information about everything that has been hidden from us for so long. After many months of frustration, I somehow was able to connect my store of original designs under the store button. I've got some original Trump Christmas wrapping paper, a cat lover's Christmas Grinch collection, spiritual Christmas ornaments, and other unique products that would make great Christmas gifts. Only 30 items are under the shop button, but if you go to the store at thexpharmacist.com, you'll find the full collection. If you know a horse lover, there is also a lot of really unique equestrian-related designs. I plan to add additional products as time permits. Also, if you want to support the channel with a gift, there is a super thanks button in the 3 dots under the video. Okay, so let's talk about JP's experience with his Nordic contact moment. JP has had extraterrestrial contact in the past. He mentioned contact with a Nordic in Orlando, Florida. I believe that most of his encounters have been in military bases and ships. This time was different, and it could happen to you, so here we go. JP said he was at home and woke up at about 5 or 6 a.m. because he heard a noise. He looked outside, and there was something in the woods surrounding his home. He remembers seeing 2 sets of 3 flashes, so he went outside to check it out. JP said he heard a very deep voice and began to see a figure in the wood line along his property. The figure was very pale. If you are familiar with JP, you know that he has been through a lot of hair-raising experiences, and while he is always guarded, he's not afraid to interact, nor should we be any longer. I want you to know that you are safe. The evil manipulators that have controlled our world for a long time have been neutralized, and their drones are dying. The Nordics come in peace, their mission to guide humanity into a new age of understanding and enlightenment. There will no longer be abductions without consent. The contact events in our future will be from loving and benevolent beings that are here to help us, so please don't be afraid. So, being himself and being locked and loaded, JP asked the figure if he could approach and was given permission. This is important, guys. While they are very powerful, they could be harmed by humans, so they must also be cautious, and JP recommends never approaching without permission so that you don't scare them away. Once he got closer, JP could see that this very pale person was a Nordic extraterrestrial and that he was wearing a U.S. Air Force jumpsuit. The Nordic told JP that he came in a capsule, which JP later got a glimpse of. JP was familiar with capsule vehicles used by the Nordics so that their ships don't have to come in and dock. Within a certain distance from Earth, A traveler will then use a capsule to land. Several sci-fi movies and TV series have used the concept of a capsule or pod for personal transportation from a spaceship to a planet's surface, often to avoid landing the larger vessel. You might want to check out some of these movies and shows for a better understanding of the possibilities. For instance, Star Trek, which we know was disclosure supported by the Federation, used escape pods in various films, which were small, individual transport pods to a surface. In the 2009 blockbuster Avatar, the Valkyrie shuttle transports individuals and cargo from the massive ISS Venture Star to the surface of Pandora. Both the original and the 2018 reboot of Lost in Space use Jupiter crafts, which act as detachable modules for planetary exploration from the mothership. Farscape's Leviathan ships, such as Moya, use small transport pods for crew members to travel to and from planets or other ships. In the 2015 movie The Martian, MAV or Mars Ascent vehicles were introduced. While not from a spaceship, the MAV served as a transport capsule for planetary descent and ascent. The Expanse TV series frequently featured small shuttlecraft or pods that carry characters from larger ships like the Rocinante to the surface of planets, moons, or space stations. In the 2014 movie named Interstellar, the Endurance spacecraft deploys smaller Rangers, which are capable of atmospheric entry and landing on planetary surfaces. As far back as 1969 in the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey, with the HAL 9000 computer, we saw the EVA pod, a small spherical craft used for transporting and maneuvering outside the larger Discovery 1 spacecraft. To give you a size on these pods, JP said that the capsule that this encounter came in was about 10 feet high, which is consistent with what he's seen before. Do you ever wonder how these technologies have been all around us and many never noticed? Well, first is the fact that we were programmed to believe that alien crafts don't exist. But beyond that, these ETs have been among us for decades. They have amazing powers and they have been watching us from afar for a very long time. If they wanted to hurt us, they could have done it a long time ago. And the ones that were victimizing us are gone, so it's an amazing time to be alive. The Federation's help has been formally requested, agreements have been made, and a plan for the technological advancement and inner awakening is underway. I'm like a kid with my eyes wide open. As mentioned, JP met a Nordic in Orlando in 2018, who wore a distinct patch. It was the same patch as the Nordic that just appeared in the woods outside his home wore on his jumpsuit. JP actually got photos of this Nordic craft as it was leaving. JP said that he knows that the Nordics are working with the U.S. Air Force, and that this patch was worn by a separate unit within the Air Force that is comprised of Nordics who were there as part of an agreement. The Nordic told JP that he had a message that he wanted him to give to others. The message was that the Nordic extraterrestrials are going to be appearing in wood lines around the U.S. and other countries for the purpose of sharing experiences to help the people of Earth. He also said that an agreement was made with the Trump administration, who is going to give them the green light to initiate first contact with many people around the world. This throws out the question of how much decision-making power does Trump actually have in events around the world. My guess is that he has some authority via the Earth Alliance to act on behalf of the alliance. The Nordics have already been visiting various notable people and providing information on how to handle certain issues to help humanity move forward. In December 2020, Haim Eshed, the former head of Israel's Defense Ministry's Space Directorate, claimed that the United States and Israel had been in contact with a Galactic Federation of extraterrestrials. He stated that President Donald Trump was aware of it and was on the verge of disclosing their existence, but was advised against it by the Galactic Federation because we were not ready at the time. Subsequently, the current Biden administration stopped all flyovers and communication with certain people of importance. He said that under the Trump administration, people from the Federation are going to be arriving on Earth more frequently. Apparently, there had to be a certainty that Trump would take office, likely due to consent. Once approved for public contact, however, it will involve spaceship sightings for non-believers and direct contact with others that have a role to play. JP has always appeared quite apolitical, refusing to give a political opinion in September, but now he is saying that President Trump has had a lot of different contact and that we have to send him a lot of love and healing because President Trump is going to bring a lot into what he calls the Golden Age. JP said this Golden Age is going to be an age of technology, health, and information. We can expect to see the release of all of the suppressed patents and the JFK files. He also expects more people to come out with their encounters with Nordic ETs. As Dr. Salla noted, it's wonderful that there is this agreement for the human-looking Nordics to come out and start openly interacting with the general public, and that assumably this will include interaction with our physicists and other scientists to share information on new technologies. JP told Dr. Salla that the Nordics have contacted him in the past, both in Westminster, Colorado and in France, and they will be contacting him again. Guess what, guys? I was in Westminster and saw the event, which I will link the video of at the end and in the description. I've also had 2 other sightings, and there are woods around my home. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I think it's important for you to understand that JP has made it clear that he cannot make a disclosure without permission. He receives guidance on what he can and what he can't disclose. He said that sometimes he talks to this person via text, sometimes on the base or other places that he might be. He infers that it's someone at the base, which implies a military oversight. He also has an agreement with this superior that he will be briefed on everything that JP does related to disclosure and debriefed whenever he has any encounters as well. He explained that it's for his protection and the role that he has in disclosure. JP is expecting more information to come out and said that he has a meeting scheduled for January 6th or 7th in Orlando with someone who is big friends with Donald Trump. JP said he was excited about all the information that is going to come out with protection for whistleblowers that will inspire more people to come out with their Nordic experiences. As time goes on, various types of extraterrestrials will begin making contact more often. JP advises us to ask questions if we have contact because they can and will respond back. Again, he cautions that we should ask to approach them, ask their name and where they are from. Don't be afraid, guys. They are here to help, and they are not from the government. They are from the outer limits. See, for too long we've been blinded by what the powers that be wanted us to believe. They, the government, the military-industrial complex, the men in black, they've gone to great lengths to keep the truth about extraterrestrial life hidden from us. But the truth, like a UFO breaking through the clouds, has a way of making itself known. And the truth is that we are not alone. This is a time of great awakening, a time when the veil of secrecy is being lifted and the truth is being revealed. The Nordics, they're just the tip of the iceberg, the first of many extraterrestrial civilizations that are reaching out to connect with us. It seems the powers that be have attempted to stop us from leveling up because they would lose control. They clung to their power, their control, their outdated ways of thinking. But the Galactics have been patient. They've seen it all before, the rise and fall of civilizations, the ebb and flow of cosmic consciousness. They believe in us, guys, even when we don't believe in ourselves. And they're here to help us unlock that potential, to guide us towards a brighter future, a future where we live in harmony with each other, with our planet, and with the cosmos itself. We are standing on the precipice of a new era, a time of unprecedented change and transformation. The old ways, the old systems of power and control, they're crumbling before our very eyes. The veil of secrecy is lifting, and the truth, like a beacon in the night, is shining through. We're not alone, guys, not by a long shot. The universe is teeming with life, with intelligence, with civilizations far beyond our wildest dreams. And those civilizations, they're reaching out to us, offering a helping hand, a guide through the turbulent waters of change that are upon us. The Federation, with their advanced technology and spiritual wisdom, they're just the beginning. They're the first wave, the ambassadors from the stars, here to prepare us for what's to come. A future where humanity takes its rightful place among the stars, a future of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. It's a future that's within our grasp, but it won't come easy. This transition will be gradual, and our ability to acclimate will drive us along this path. The truth may be stranger than fiction, but that doesn't make it any less real. The evidence is all around us, if we're only willing to open our eyes and see. The UFO sightings, the whistleblowers, the ancient texts that speak of gods and chariots of fire, it's all connected, all part of a grand cosmic tapestry that's been hidden from us for far too long. It's time to wake up, everyone, to shake off the slumber of ignorance and embrace the truth of who we are and what we're capable of. We're not just random accidents of evolution, we're children of the cosmos, heirs to a legacy that stretches back to the dawn of time. The truth, as they say, will set us free. Free from fear, free from ignorance, free from the chains of those who would keep us in the dark. It's time to step into the light to claim our birthright as citizens of the cosmos. The future is unwritten and the possibilities are endless. The only question is, are you ready to join the revolution? The revolution of consciousness, of awareness, of love and understanding. The revolution that will change the world as we know it. The choice, as always, is yours.